Today we're sitting down on the porch with Marion, a QHS member whose life is as heartwarming as a home-cooked meal. What paths did she follow to get to where she is today? Let's take a stroll down memory lane and see what's been cooking behind the scenes.
My name is Marion, and this is my prequel. I'm 75 years old, and I suffer right now from severe neuropathy in my feet and legs. I can barely walk, and that is from my back because years ago I was diagnosed that I could be totally paralyzed. And I've been living in God's hands ever since because I got two doctors to examine me, and they told me the same thing. So I am the oldest of 9 children. My mother was the oldest of 10 children. And as I am telling this stuff about myself, I begin to realize there were things that I had forgot about that never bothered me. But I love my parents dearly, but my parents never once said that they loved me. My mother had her mother was a very unloving person, and with 10 children, my mother had a lot of hard work to do and didn't know how, I guess, to express love. And I don't know their background as to where they come from or anything because that was never discussed. I grew up in the 50s, and that was an easy peasy life. Going to school was my favorite thing to do. I never missed a day. When I was in the 4th grade, I got into the high school band and was in the high school band until the year I graduated. When I graduated, I got married very soon and at 18, had my first daughter. At 19, I had my second daughter. And I was married to a very abusive man. So when my daughters was 2 and 3 years old, we divorced and I married my present husband. This January, we will celebrate 64 years of marriage. And when I got him, I thought that I died and went to heaven. And we went on to have 2 more children, another girl and a boy. And he adopted my first 2 daughters. And so now I have 4 children, 7 grandchildren, 7 great-grandchildren, and 1 great-great-granddaughter. And we're a very loving family. My husband and I built our first house and moved into it in 1965. In 1978, we moved where I am now into my dream home. And the home sits on the middle of 10 acres. And I had a 6-acre yard. And when my husband was with American Standard for 20 years, it burned down, I believe, and that was in 1980. And so one daughter was already married with 3 other children. We had to find some kind of work. So we opened up our own business, appliance repair service. And that business is still in effect today, but it's now called air, heat, and refrigeration service. And my son runs it. I had an office in my home for 35 years. And after my husband retired, I watched the office for 10 years for my son. So that's my backstory. But that yard, I was an entertainer. I kept my yard like a park. Rake the leaves up. It take me 3 days to cut grass. So we had a lot of parties here. We was always entertaining, had a lot of friends. And one thing my children didn't know, when we see each other, it ends the call or the visit ends with "I love you." I don't hate anybody. I love everybody. I even love my enemies. I have no remorse against them. I know what's going on in this world. When I first heard about the RV, I got into that, and my son-in-law and daughter lives in Texas, and they was listening to the Cardin group with Cynthia Cardin and Shelton. And then that kind of went away. And when Telegram came into play, I was thumbing through Telegram one day and caught her name, Cynthia Cardin. So I went on to see what she had to say. And she was talking about QHS. And at that time, you had by April something, you had to be joined up with it. So I went and asked my husband, I said, can I join up with this group? I said, it costs $400. And I said, and I could do it costs, for the two of us, by the time I pay that, may as well do the family plan. So that's what I did. And I believed in it wholeheartedly. I got the Q belt, and then I got COVID and was put into the hospital. So then I got the little black device, then I got another black device, and then I got 2 more white devices. So that's how I met Cynthia. My humanitarian project is going to be QHS. That's what my humanitarian project, that's what I'm doing. That's where I don't know what I'm going to get, but I've already made that pledge to do that. And I need so many things done. I start with my feet. I have severe neuropathy in my feet, legs, hands and arms. Now it's starting. I can start from my feet and go right on up. The bladder, the knees. I've had 2 partial knee replacements, 1 in each knee, and they've gone bad. And then there's the back. I have severe stenosis in my back, and I have rods and screws in my lower back. I had 2 back surgeries. The back surgery, the second back surgery was correcting the first back surgery. And then there was the neck. Then I have AFib. I've got incontinence with my bladder. I've one thing the white devices did for me. All my life I never could grow a fingernail, and my fingernails are so strong now. I have to cut them every 3 weeks, and they're too strong for me to cut with the clippers. That's the truth. I just had them cut 2 days ago. I've had so many surgeries, hernia operations. I don't know if anything's going on inside of me. All I know is that the blood work that my doctor did said that I was an A+ with my general health. It's my heart with the AFib. I need all of that fixed. I need my eyes fixed, my teeth fixed, my face fixed, my hair fixed, and I need to get smarter. And I would like to be able to speak a language or 2. I don't know if that's possible or not, but I have some big hopes. Just that I love everybody in QHS. They're such caring family people. I'm not a person that gets on social and write anything on there. I'll read stuff, but I don't make many comments. And I have trouble understanding the internet, so I mess things up. But I can't tell you. I pray every day to get to that V9 and hope that it does everything they say it does. I'm hoping that maybe by Thanksgiving, if we get it, I'll be able to get into a bed and go to sleep and not have to sleep in a chair. And I'm so glad that Tracy came over here to help me today. She's such a beautiful person. God bless you.
Join us on the Prequel, where every story matters and every voice is heard. Because here at QHS, we're all about healing, learning, and growing together.